Halifax. 101.9 DAWG FM, Kenny Wayne, Shepherd, and Long Gone. Dylan Black, my name, 9:41 on a Monday morning. And it is a pleasure to talk to this guy on the radio. One of my favorite characters on the Trailer Park Boys, without a doubt, is Philadelphia Collins. Real name, Richard Collins, pretty close to the character name anyways. And he joins us this morning from, you're in Halifax, right, Richard?
Absolutely. Just outside Halifax, actually, Dylan.
Okay, now how is the weather out there?
It's cold and slimy. No snow.
Okay.
Somebody's got to be on the upside of global warming. I guess it's us.
Okay, well, we've got the freezing rain today, so it's not too bad. Your temperatures, conditions, a little better than what we have here in the nation's capital. And now, Richard, let's talk about Trailer Park Boys a touch. We'll talk about you as an actor and all that, but how did you get the role of a Philadelphia Collins on that show?
I think I'd like to say something inspirational, like my wonderful acting talents, the fact I've got a master's degree in drama and taught at universities and colleges for 20 years, but none of the above. That's all true.
Yeah.
I got my role because I've got a great gut. It's a thing for guys with guts.
That is a good gut, without a doubt. Now, did you have to pack on some pounds for that performance or that character?
That's 100% all natural. There are no artificial additives.
Okay, fair enough. Now, the third movie has been announced, and at this point, do you know if you're going to have a part in the Trailer Park Boys movie number 3?
I don't know, but it's not untypical of them to give you a call 2 weeks before the shoot and say, come on down and grab a script. So we don't, I think the big dogs know, of course. Mm-hmm. I think most of the average cast probably don't, or at least I haven't heard anything anyway. So
okay. Now, the last we saw your character, I guess, with the Dirty Burger, you guys were in some rough.
But how could they have a movie without Phil in it?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking right here.
Hey, man, there'd be shit to pay.
Okay, fair enough. Now, the career, though. I mean, how long have you been doing the acting?
Oh, my God, Dylan, probably well before you were born.
Okay.
I think I did my first film in 81, and it was called Siege. It was directed by Paul Donovan, and Michael Donovan was the producer.
Yeah.
Michael Donovan won an actor Oscar back a few years ago.
Okay.
For as a co-producer. But anyway, that was in 81. And believe it or not, we had to go back in 83 and shoot another 15 minutes of it because they wanted to crack the Japanese market. Mm-hmm. The film needed to be 15 minutes longer to do that, so it was quite funny.
Yeah.
That they rounded up half the cast again to reshoot the ending of it 2 or 3 years later. Mm-hmm. But there's been a lot of films and such since, and mostly middling roles, smaller roles, but it's all good, man. I take it all, and I've gotten some good gigs. I worked with Jim Henson when he was alive. What's his name? Lorenzo Lamas. I was a bad guy in 1 or 2 of his movies. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah, so, I've had some great days. It's at a point now where there's so much going on, not necessarily always in Halifax, but there's a lot more people looking,
for sure.
Halifax needs to get professional, and I think it'll be dragged kicking and screaming into that era, I hope, sooner rather than later. So
okay, but the character Philadelphia Collins, I mean, now I guess you're probably recognized all over the place, without a doubt, right?
I guess so, but most of us just see ourselves as local boys, and we are, and I think the myth of Trailer Park Boys is bigger, resounds in a larger way away from Halifax.
Okay.
We get recognized. The demography would suggest about guys between 17 and 27 or so, but those are the popular age ranges for the show. But the fans we get now are the reruns, based on the reruns every day. It's like Seinfeld. We're getting a crowd of fans now who were probably children when this was being made back then, So it's a whole new crowd and a whole new crop. But certainly it's a show that could keep running and running, and there's great, huge demand. We have a lot of fan loyalty, too.
Yeah, without a doubt. Okay, so your website, richardcollinsactor.com. If people want to connect with you on there, that's fine. You're all over the Facebook as well. And, before you go, I was going to ask you to do this.
Yeah.
You got a reminder that this is live, so let's watch the swearing. But turn into Phil Collins if you can hear from me a second, and perhaps give me a bam.
Bam! Peanut butter and jam! There you go, man.
That's awesome. Richard Collins, wicked guy, good friend, and of course, you play Philadelphia Collins, the Trailer Park Boys shows and movies, and a heck of an actor all around. Thank you so much for joining us here this morning on the Dawg's Breakfast.
Dylan. Nice to talk to you again, buddy.
The holidays.